What's up guys, David here and welcome to a brand new YouTube training. In today's video we're going to look at how to change the background screen in your Zoom meeting. Maybe you've got a complicated background like I've got here and you need it to look super professional. Then we're going to show you how you can put a background so it makes it look like maybe you're at your office or you're in a much more professional environment. Also, we talk a little bit about adding a screen, and all that is doing is just refining the background to make the quality look even better. As you can see, we've got a few more YouTube videos on Zoom. So if you're brand new to Zoom and you're not really sure where to get started, then I'll definitely suggest checking out some of these videos here. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to click that big red subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. Let's dive straight into today's training. Okay, so to get started, you need to be logged in to your Zoom app. If you're doing this on your phone, we've got a completely different video that shows you how to do this step by step on your phone. But for now, I'm doing this on my Mac, and as you can see, the camera quality isn't the best. My suggestion for this example would be, if you do have a proper webcam, a much higher definition cam, stick that on top of the laptop shooting out to you, and the quality is going to be way better. But let's dive straight in to add in some sort of background screen to your videos. So first of all, if you come down here on the left hand side where it says stop video, and then there's a little tab. If we click that tab button, it's going to show us the webcams that we're using. As you can see here, we're using the HD built-in camera. And then we can click video settings. We will go into choose virtual background really quickly now, but if we click video settings, it gives us a few different options. So this is the camera, and as you can see, it's 16:9 wide screen. Original ratio doesn't really change anything, but if you do have a built-in webcam and its original settings are maybe a square setting and you want to have a widescreen setting, then you just want to change these options here. Then we have enable HD. Now this is a great option if you want the best quality video footage coming through to the people watching. The only issue with this is if your internet or Wi-Fi is a little bit slow, then you may have issues with lag or the actual video quality coming through on the other side for them watching it. So if you're not 100% wanting the best quality footage or video coming through, you might want to turn that off, and that's just going to reduce the amount of quality or the HD availability coming through. For me, would like to keep that turned on to HD so I get the best quality video coming through, and as we're on fiber optic, it will always be delivering quality footage. Next we have mirror my video. What this simply does, if I turn that around, it shows the opposite side. So people watching this now, they're going to see my right hand up here and they're going to see my left hand up here. Whereas when we put it on mirror my videos, it's completely the opposite. For me, this is my right hand exactly the same, but as you're looking at it, it's going to be the left, and then you've got the left hand, and as you're looking at it, it's going to be on the right. So depending if you've got certain things going on and you don't want to confuse anybody, keep it as mirrors my video or not. Next we have touch up my appearance. Now this doesn't really do much if you're just a general person looking at the screen and you can't really see much difference, okay? All it does is just fine tunes your appearance just a little bit. But when I turned it off, not much difference. When I turned it on, not much difference. So you don't need to probably worry about this one there. And then there's a few other different settings here, but again, you don't need to worry about those. I'm just kind of going through the video camera options so you can see what they can see, and maybe you can change certain things. Then if you come on the left hand side here, we've got virtual backgrounds. Now before we dive into that, like I said a minute ago, when we press this little button next to stop video, the choose virtual background is already there. So if we give that a click now, Zoom gives us some preset pictures and videos. So let's say we're going to go for the Golden Gate here. When this loads up, as you can see when I close this now, this is me stood with the Golden Gate behind me. The only issue is, as you can see, it's a little bit blurry. So if I just turn this Golden Gate off just quickly so I can show you something now. This is simply because I've got a load of stuff going on in my background. Okay, there's loads of different colors, so it's trying to focus on me. And you know what? It's doing a pretty good job. If we just go to the picture of Earth, and you can see here, it's doing a pretty good job. It actually knows roughly who I am. But as you can see, sometimes it does have some issues with my hands. We've seen that now. So it's just losing a little bit of quality. But again, you can play around with that. So if you go back to choose virtual background, you've got some videos and additional stuff. So we'll go into the green screen in a minute, but first let me show you how you can upload your own stuff. Before I do that, let me just take you to a few web pages I've found while I was getting ready for this video. So as you can see from here, if you just Google something like free Zoom backgrounds, there's plenty of free backgrounds out there, some that you can pay for, and this one is giving you some for free. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you can get an office, the Tiger King Zoom background. There's loads of different options here, okay? So you just want to find the one that works for you. So let's just say we're going to take this office picture here. You would just find the way to download that image. So let me go back to my Zoom. You'd find a way to download that image, you'd save it onto your computer, and then if I go to the drop down button here now, I'm going to choose virtual backgrounds. There's a little plus button just here that when we click, we can add an image or we can add a video. So if I press add image, this is then going to load up your desktop and find the images that you have stored on your desktop. So let me go ahead now and find that image so I can show you how to add that in. Okay, so if I go to downloads, I can locate the picture, and this is some stuff that we've been doing to the gym, and I press open now. That's going to preload the picture in. If I press X, it actually looks like I'm stood in the gym. So maybe I'm doing a chat about something and I'm at home, but I don't want anybody to know that I'm not in the gym. I could put my background picture here. Maybe you're in your office, or you're supposed to be in your office and you want to have that corporate look, or you just don't want people to kind of see what you've got going on in the background. Maybe you've got little whiteboards with all the content. Maybe your house is just a little bit of a mess. Then this is kind of just good way to hide the background and have it looking great like this. If we go back to these settings now really quickly and press virtual background, we then have the option to use green screen. Now what this does is refines the quality, makes it way better. Like I said in the previous one, when I start waving my hand now, because there's so many different colors in the background, Zoom just struggles sometimes just to pick the quality up, and you can't really blame it, okay? It's just a great technology at live streaming or doing meetings. It's not focused on doing background images, but it's doing a great job, as you can see from this. So now let me clear a wall so it's just completely clear. So I know green screen is all about having a green screen like they do in the movies, but maybe not all of us have the option now. So what I'm going to do behind me, let me just turn this off really quickly. Remove background, none. Let me take some pictures off so I've got a completely white wall, and then let's have a look at the difference when we have a clear wall behind us, how we start waving our hands around and seeing what the difference is. So that was how to add a background screen to your video. Unfortunately, the green screen video didn't go to plan, as you might have just noticed. Unfortunately, it just wasn't working in the environment we had. There was a lot of shadows going on. So with the green screen, it is better if you have a professional green screen behind you, or there's no shadows and the gradient of the wall is exactly the same the whole way down. That way then it can really define what is working and what is not. But that is first of all how to add a background screen to your Zoom video. If you're brand new to the channel or you're not sure on Zoom, check out some of the other videos we have on Zoom to really help get you started. And if you've never subscribed before, make sure you do press that subscribe button below. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers.